Okay, in the last After Effects lesson, we added some explosions in the background. And on this one, we're going to add a, an energy beam. And so let's go ahead and import that file. Go file, import, file, and called Energy Blast. And let's drag it into our timeline. And I'm going to add it kind of in between the mecha and the beam because that's kind of where it's supposed to be, or the lightning. And I'll add the lightning down here, since that's sort of the order that's going to go in. And so the first thing we're going to do, since this is a black background, and let me make sure I got my energy blast selected. And I can kind of see this quite big, so I'm going to scale it down quite a bit. Maybe down there. And because it's a black background here, I'm going to, in my blending mode, I'm going to change that to add. And before it knocks out the background. And where I'm going to place it is I want it to be in between the gun turret and where the lightning is striking. And I want it to kind of look like it's shooting out as the laser, as the lightning beam is shooting out. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the center to go right where that lightning, like I said, right here where that lightning and the gun turret meet. That's where I want my center point to be. And I know that's the spot, so this is my time indicator. That's the spot I want. So I'm going to drag my Energy Blast file here, and I'm going to drag it to the very beginning, right there. And I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to go into my transform. And I'm going to add a keyframe on the position. And the other thing I want to do is I want to give it a 3D effect because I want it to look like it is coming out in that and looking like it's in the same direction as where the mecha is turned. So how to do that, I need to toggle my switches. And when I toggle it, I get the 3D layer showing up right there. Let me click on that. And now I should get a new set of rotations, X, Y, and Z. And all I need really is the Y. So I'm going to give it a keyframe, and I'm going to change it. And let me zoom out here. So I want it to kind of look, so here it is straight, but I want it to look like it's going in the same direction as the mecha, so I'm going to want it to turn it that way. That kind of looks about right. Try to get that center point right. And now I want to move it to the end of the lightning beam, which is right about right there. I'm going to change with my selection tool. I want it to also be the center. So right in here. And I would like for this beam to be closer. It doesn't have to be exact, but roughly about the same amount of frames in here. So that looks like it's about, let's see, that's about 15 frames, about 20, about 25 or 30 frames. Let's select the Energy Blast clip. I'm going to right click, and under time stretch. When I click on that, I'll get this box. And I can change the frames in here if I want, or sort of like a percentage factor. Let's try 30%. That's a little bit more frames. I really actually want to, let me try the frames. We'll do 0, what I say, about 25 or 30. Let's try 25 frames. And that looks really close. Oh, the problem that did cause, though, it changed where my my keyframes are at, though, because I changed the timing on that. So let me go back and move my keyframes over. Let's move these over one frame. And move this one over to the end. Or let's move it to the end of the lightning. It's about right there. And let me change my Y rotation because it looks like it's turned a little bit more. So let me try to get that more in the same direction as the mecha. So if you look, you should see this turn. See, I'm looking at this frame right here to look and see how it's turning as the same direction as the mecha. Let me try to get right there. Yeah, there you can see it. Now the next thing I want to do is I kind of want the color of the energy blast to match the lightning. So let's see if we can add a hue. So we'll do HUE, look up hue saturation right here, and I'm going to drag it onto my file here. And then I'm going to turn my master hue wheel. Until I get to the opposite side here. A bit tricky. Let me try to change the saturation down a little bit. See if that helps. Not too much. Pretty close. I think that's close enough to where for this demo. Okay, so I got that. Now let me see where any other lightning is. Oh, there's another one. So let me add one to that one real quick. Okay, so I'm just going to select my clip, and I'm going to do Edit, Duplicate. Okay, and this is where it starts, so I'm going to drag my clip over. Now I want it to start here. Let me open this up again so I can see my transform. So I can see where my position and my Y rotation. Looks like this is my time indicator is already lined up with the keyframes, which is what I want because I'm going to change these. So once I move this, it'll automatically change. So I'm going to move this center right here, our anchor point. I'm going to move that there. And you can see I've got this motion. That's because I've got these keyframes here. Let me just delete those. And that goes away. And now let me change this Y rotation to go to make, I want it to look a little more like it's straight. It's kind of about right there. Okay, so let me go to the end of the lightning. So right about here. And now I'm going to put my center point onto where the lightning starts and the gun turret ends. And then let me change my Y rotation to match the direction of the mecha. So about right there. You can kind of see how that looks. Okay. Do I have any more lightning? And I think that's about it. Let me fit this in the window. All right, and there we have it. And that's the end of this lesson.